All right, to watch this video for July 10th, which would be Tuesday. Um, this morning, it started to feel a little bit like last week, like low volume, nothing's going to follow through, and then ended up having a fantastic afternoon. So we definitely found some great trades. Maybe able to talk about a couple of those in the video, but real quick, I like to share something positive from each day. This was a private message from a member. I blacked out the name because they sent it as a private message. So I don't want to embarrass anybody, but huge thank you again for all I've learned. Over 3,000 today. That is awesome. That is awesome. So anytime somebody does really well, I try to share it because just happy to see that members are actually learning, not blindly following, but actually learning how to trade. That's more important than putting out a good trade that somebody makes money on, but they don't know why they took it. Right? They're just following somebody. We highly discourage that. So the SPY broke out of this range we've been talking about. Take the last 2 days out of it. This range, I've been talking about this range. It broke out of it to the upside, gapped up today, and closed all the way at the highs again today. So nice move in the market. Show you right here what we're watching for tomorrow. Remember, I'm a day trader, so I'm looking for stuff that I can make money on tomorrow. Now, this is not a very pretty chart, but in after hours, this thing went up over $2. It looks like it ended up after hours somewhere around $1.89 or something like that. So, but at one point it was up over maybe 210. So after this huge move and then this nasty reversal, something spiked it in after hours. So we might have a gap and go tomorrow. We'll see how it opens. We'll see what it does in pre-market, but certainly worth watching tomorrow. And another potential gap and go play is this OCX, which in after hours I think hit $6 and closed out around 460. So maybe a gap and go in OCX also. So that both of those two possible gappers tomorrow, we'll see. LEDS, nice breakout today. The trade that I pointed out in the chat room today was over this little flag right here. You had this really nice move and then a lower high. So, this is a good example of if something does this, right? It moves from, actually the low of the day was probably 430, moves all the way up to 530, getting massive volume, upside shape, maybe looks like capitulation. That doesn't, you don't chase it, but it doesn't mean that you take it off a chart. So look what it did. Then it comes up, puts in a lower high right there, and then starts flagging, right? So I called it, typed in the room, flagging below the high of day. I also pointed out a seller at 525, that if that seller is taken out, it might take out the high of day and so on. So it really kind of gave two suggestions. One, over this flag at 518, or if you wanted to wait for that seller to get taken out at 525. Either one paid, right? And ended up going up through all the way to 625, actually. So I show you that because it was a call in chat today that a lot of people would have thought, well, we missed the move. It still gave a nice setup right there. And I actually pointed it out in the chat room when it was hitting the 5-minute, 20-period moving average as a possible pullback play. But this was the actual trade idea right there over that. Anyway, it's on watch for tomorrow because it closed very strong. And as often happens in after hours, when they close that strong and they've got a nice looking daily chart, they go even higher. And I think this went up to 630 something in after hours. So anyway, it goes on watch tomorrow. GEVO, nice pop today. Doesn't look like a big candle, but that's because these were so crazy huge. It ended up moving from 396 to 483. I'm going to watch it for a follow-through day tomorrow. My call on it today was right over 410. As it was coming up, it started to get volume. I said over this 410 seller, you might take out the high of day. Even if you didn't get that, I said a high of day break could work here. Nice narrow range. Worst case stop goes below this candle at 404. So whether they took it at 410, 411, or 412, look at the move. Look at the move. That was one of my better trades today and goes back on watch tomorrow with that strong close. Whoops. So that's GEVO. STAF, crazy move today. Usually when you get a crazy candle like this, the next day isn't the day to get long. But we're going to start watching it. Well, actually, we're watching it today too, but I'm going to watch it tomorrow. But we're going to watch it all week. What I'd like to see is a pullback for a couple days and then a clean setup and then a nice secondary rip. So anyway, it goes on watch, but it's not like something I'm looking to trade tomorrow because everybody and their mother sees it and it's way extended. JONE, this is kind of a quiet idea, but you had this pop back here to 58 cents. Then you had this lower pop on good volume though that topped out at 47 cents. And then today on much lower volume, kind of a quiet inside day. So maybe over today's high, maybe 43, 44 cents. Then you start knocking down these dominoes. We'll see. It's one of those low-priced, I believe, oil and gas plays. ANW had this huge move. Then it looked like it was topping out here the next day, right? but then today right back up. Kind of like this, maybe back through 2. We'll see how it trades. GBR, and it's kind of ugly, right? But it had this crazy move, and now it's all the way back down close to the 20-day moving average. It hasn't round trip, so I do think this has a chance to give a nice rip tomorrow, even though bears are certainly winning after that huge move. I think tomorrow's a great day to watch this for a turn back up. Same thing with PED. It's very similar. It's also in that area between the blue and red line, which is the 8 and 20-day moving average. Another good candidate to watch for a turn back up tomorrow. CBLK, relatively new issue. Looks like it came public, May 4th? Yeah, May 4th. And then just decimated, right? Ended up topping out at 35. Straight down, one little bounce, another little bounce, and then now to new all-time lows. 4 big red days in a row. So I think it's a good candidate to watch for a bounce tomorrow. Not bullish on the chart, but remember, I'm a day trader, and that's certainly overdue for a bounce. So extended to the downside, if you will. AMMA, nice spike back here, lower high here, another lower high. Seems to have found support, little extra volume today. I like it over today's high, over 37. That might be enough to get it through this 44, and then maybe that takes out 47. We always hear me talk about stacked catalysts. This chart has stacked catalysts, so definitely want to watch AMMA tomorrow. And then lastly, HEAR, which is kind of flagging and then turning back up really close to the recent highs after that monster run it had. The recent high was 24.35. Today's high, 24.15. Certainly want to watch this one tomorrow. Maybe through 24, then you've got 1, 2 catalysts just above. We're going to keep our eyes on HEAR. I'll tell you what, there's plenty to watch considering we're going to add some morning gappers to the list as well. Teamwork's been fantastic in chat. Congrats to that member that made over 3,000 today. That's the only one that contacted me anyway. We might have had members make a lot more than that. I don't know. I had a great day. Look down below. We're just continuing that July 4th special through this weekend because I didn't get the sale out in time and so on, what I talked about in the video last night. So we're going to continue it through this weekend. There's also links to all of our free webinars down below and chat room specials as well. I'm done babbling. See you guys tomorrow.